The fridge that ate things. A hungry minion wanders in, looking for food. The minion opens the fridge, eyeing the food. Reaches in to grab a cake. Bam! The fridge suddenly slams shut. The minion's hand gets stuck in the fridge. The minion pulls, won't come out. Feet flailing everywhere. Other minions rush over. Grab the trapped minion's hand, pull together with all their strength. Crack! Everyone flies backward. Minions pile up on top of each other, arms and legs everywhere. The minion's hand still stuck. Gru walks over. Gru grips the fridge handle tightly. Takes a deep breath. Yanks hard. Bang! The fridge door bursts open. Food explodes out like fireworks. Cakes, veggies, milk scatter across the kitchen. The minion pulls their hand free. Falls flat on the floor. The whole group freezes. Staring at the food flying everywhere. The minions burst out laughing. Gru lets out a sigh of relief. Rescuing a minion stuck to a magnet. The whole group walks along casually. One minion walks ahead, suddenly stops, looks down at the ground. A large magnet lies by the roadside. The minion bends down, picks it up, turns it around curiously. The magnet pulls in small metal pieces from the road. The minion is delighted. The minion keeps walking while playing with it. Brings the magnet close to everything. They pass by a metal pole along the street. Clap! The magnet snaps tightly onto the pole. The minion pulls his hand back. It won't come off. Two other minions rush over, try to pull him away. The more they pull, the more he sticks. The minion gets dragged in, hugging the pole tightly, feet dangling in the air. The whole group gathers around in a panic. Seeing this, Gru runs off to find another magnet, flips the polarity. Gru brings the magnet closer. Clap! The minion pops free from the pole. The minion falls and sits on the road, eyes spinning. Gru exhales in relief. The whole group bursts out laughing. Agnes chasing the butterfly. On a sunny afternoon, Agnes sat on the steps, holding a lollipop and watching a butterfly flutter around. She suddenly jumped up and ran after it, giggling. The butterfly flew out through the gate, and Agnes chased it into the street, completely focused. Gru was reading a newspaper, and the minions were playing with a rolling banana, unaware of what was happening. One minion panicked and raised the alarm, causing the whole group to trip over each other. Agnes stopped at the edge of the road, the butterfly landing on the crosswalk. A car came speeding, but Gru rushed over just in time, scooping Agnes up and pulling her to safety. The minions slid along the ground, forming a barrier and catching their breath. Agnes hugged the butterfly and waved as it flew away. The whole group smiled with relief. Fake explosion experiment. Dr. Nefario stands in front of a large machine full of buttons and wires. Excitedly, he presses the start button. Immediately, the lights on the machine flash rapidly, and the screen displays a countdown timer. The minions' eyes widen as they begin to chatter nervously. The countdown speeds up, the machine vibrates slightly, and it emits a series of beep-beep sounds. Panic spreads through the group. The countdown reaches its final number. Everyone holds their breath. Suddenly, the machine stops. There is no explosion. Instead, it shoots out colorful confetti and smoke, filling the lab. The minions freeze for a moment, then burst into laughter, dancing in the shower of paper. Dr. Nefario adjusts his glasses, grinning proudly. Gru exhales in relief. Agnes claps excitedly, and the entire laboratory becomes lively and full of color. False alarm. A quiet afternoon inside the house. Agnes is playing in the bedroom, holding a rubber chicken. She gives it a gentle squeeze. Squeak! The minions jump. Look around. Agnes squeezes it again. Squeak! Squeak! The sound echoes throughout the house. Gru is in another room, lifts his head, hears the noise. Other minions stop, look up at the ceiling. Everyone thinks it's a fire alarm. Gru runs at full speed. The minions rush after him. The whole group gathers in front of a closed door. The squeak-squeak keeps echoing. Gru hurriedly opens the door, but inside the room, there's only Agnes sitting there, confused. In Agnes's hand, a rubber chicken. Agnes accidentally squeezes it. Squeak! Everyone freezes for a beat. Gru looks at the chicken, looks at Agnes, sighs. The minions behind him look at each other. No one says a word. The doctor fixes the fan, midday in the living room. The whole family sits around a small table, eating fruits. A minion eats while fanning himself because it's hot. Suddenly, the fan spins, makes a soft rrt sound, then stops completely. Everyone looks up at the fan. Gru stands up and tries the switch again, but the fan doesn't move. Gru looks at the doctor. The doctor stands up, adjusts his glasses, pats his chest confidently. The doctor removes the fan cover, adjusts the wires, tightens the screws. The minion is curious, leans in close to look. The doctor turns the switch back on. A moment of silence. Boom! The fan pops. Smoke rises. Power out! The whole room goes dark. Everyone freezes. Gru steps outside, then comes back with hand fans. He hands one to each person. Agnes holds her fan, fans herself gently. The doctor looks at the hand fan. Sighs. Fans slowly. Translation. Rescuing a stuffed toy from the rooftop. Agnes is playing in the yard, hugging her beloved teddy bear. A strong gust of wind blows. The teddy slips from her hands and flies up. Bop! Landing right on the high rooftop. Gru steps outside, following Agnes's gaze. He looks up at the roof, looks down at Agnes, nods with determination. The minions rush over immediately. Gru and the minions set up a ladder against the roof. One minion climbs up first. Crash! The ladder collapses, and the minions tumble into a pile. A minion comes up with an idea, and everyone gets to work. One minion holds a bunch of balloons after floating up to the roof and hugging the teddy bear. The minion floats in midair, slowly descending together with the teddy bear. Agnes runs to the middle of the yard, stretching out her arms, waiting. A gentle breeze blows. The rope slips loose. The teddy bear falls straight down. Right at the moment, Agnes reaches out. Agnes hugs the teddy bear tightly, beaming with joy. The minions celebrate by clapping and dancing. The great cleanup battle Gru's house is neat and quiet. Gru steps outside and closes the door. Inside, 3 minions look at each other and grin mischievously. One minion opens the flower cabinet. Poof! Flour explodes, covering the house in white. Another minion pours paint onto the floor, slips and falls, leaving a long, colorful streak. The third minion eats bananas and throws the peels everywhere. Fast cuts, comedic rhythm. The house slowly turns into a battlefield. The door opens. Gru freezes. The camera pans across the chaos. Flour, paint, bananas, wrecked furniture. Gru crosses his arms, frowns, and taps his foot. He points at the floor. Clean up! A minion grabs a mop and slips and falls, dragging a bucket of water along. Another minion vacuums and accidentally sucks up a banana. A minion wipes the window. The more he wipes, the blurrier it gets. The more they clean, the messier it becomes. Gru sighs and picks up a broom to demonstrate. The minions watch, then seriously copy him. The house gradually becomes clean again. Poppy spots danger. On a warm, sunny afternoon in the garden, Agnes sat on the grass, carefully stacking her colorful building blocks. Stuart and Bob were playfully tossing a banana back and forth. Poppy stood a little ways off, watering the plants while keeping an eye on the whole yard, humming softly as she worked. Suddenly, Poppy noticed a box precariously placed up high. She tilted her head, eyes wide, watching. A gentle breeze blew, and the box wobbled. Panicked, Poppy waved to warn everyone. The box began to slide down. Stuart and Bob shouted, collided, and tumbled on the grass. Agnes froze, clutching her toys. Poppy rushed over and pulled Agnes back just in time. Crash! The box hit the ground, luckily missing everyone. The group let out a sigh of relief, still wide-eyed from the shock. Planting trees in the garden. Morning. In the garden, Poppy holds a small shovel, digs a nicely sized hole. Agnes holds a young sapling, gently places it into the hole. Poppy fills the soil neatly, pats it down lightly. Agnes waters it just enough. The plant stands upright. Nearby, a group of minions also starts planting. One minion digs a hole too deep. Another drops the plant straight in. A third minion dumps soil in all at once. Dirt splashes everywhere. The minion's plant starts wobbling. The minions hold the plant together. It stands for a moment. A brief silence. The plant collapses with a thud. Poppy and Agnes turn back. Look at their plant, still standing strong. Then they look at the minion's plant. Agnes covers her mouth, smiling. Poppy shakes her head, smiling. Building a house with cardboard boxes. An afternoon in the backyard. Cardboard boxes neatly stacked, ready for an exciting playtime. The minions stack the boxes. Poppy adjusts their positions. Agnes tapes them together and decorates. The cardboard house gradually takes shape. One minion gets curious.
Whoa!
The minion bends down and crawls through the doorway. Inside the house, the boxes shake slightly. Outside, Poppy and Agnes don't notice yet. Still adjusting the decorations, the minion inside crawls a bit farther. R.I.P. The house tilts to one side. Everyone turns to look. Crash! The cardboard house collapses. Boxes spill all over the lawn. From inside the pile, a minion crawls out. A box stuck on his head. Poppy runs over, pulls the boxes away. Agnes laughs out loud. Out-of-control balloons. The whole group is playing ball in the backyard. Bob misses a kick, and the ball rolls toward the fence. Agnes runs after it. As she bends down to pick up the ball, she notices a bunch of balloons tied nearby. Curious, Agnes grabs the balloon string and gives it a tug. A gust of wind blows in, yanking the balloons hard and making Agnes stumble. She holds on tightly. Then she's lifted completely off the ground, her feet kicking in the air. Gru turns around, startled, and runs toward her. He reaches for Agnes's legs, but slips. Agnes rises higher, drifting away from the yard. Gru runs underneath, jumps again, and manages to grab Agnes's legs. He's dragged a few steps across the grass. The minions rush in to hold on to Gru, forming a line to pull him back. The balloons shake violently. Dr. Nefario runs over and quickly ties the string to a large rock. The balloons slowly descend. Agnes gently touches the ground. The wind calms. Agnes looks at everyone and smiles. Translation: rescuing a minion stuck with glue. Morning in the laboratory. A large bottle of glue sits on the table. A curious minion picks it up and shakes it. Tries squeezing it. Squish! The glue sticks tightly to his hand. The minion yanks his hand back. Stuck! The other hand gets stuck too. The minion panics and steps backward. Stuck! His foot sticks to the floor. The minion pulls hard. His body stretches like rubber. More minions rush over. Stuck, stuck, stuck. Glue splatters everywhere, trapping 2 to 3 more minions. The whole group becomes a moving blob of glue. The entire minion cluster loses balance. Roll! Roll! The door bursts open. Everyone rolls straight outside. Splash! They all fall into a pond. The glue dissolves, and the minions peel off one by one. Everyone pops up to the surface, relieved. Whose plane flies the highest? An afternoon at the park. Agnes and 2 minions sit on the grass. Between them is a stack of colorful paper. Agnes picks a blue sheet, folds a paper airplane. The first minion chooses red paper. The second minion chooses yellow paper. 3 paper airplanes are placed side by side, bright and colorful. The group stands on the grass, looking toward the open space ahead. Agnes throws first, gliding gently with the wind, lands the farthest. The minion's eyes go wide. The first minion throws the red plane, falls right behind him. The second minion takes a strong run-up. The yellow plane shoots high into the sky, makes a big looping glide. Everyone looks up, following it. The second minion raises his hands to celebrate early. Bam! The yellow plane hits the minion, right on the forehead. The minion freezes, eyes spinning. Agnes covers her mouth, laughing. The more they sweep, the messier it gets. Morning in the backyard, a wide yard, dry leaves scattered everywhere. Gru holds a broom, sweeping slowly and steadily. The leaves are gathered into a neat pile. Gru stops, nods in satisfaction. The minions stand nearby, looking at Gru, looking at the pile of leaves. One minion raises a hand to ask for the broom. Gru hands it over. Each minion takes a broom. The minions start sweeping enthusiastically, but no one agrees on which direction to sweep. One minion sweeps from left to right. Another sweeps from right to left. The leaves get pushed back and forth, never forming a pile. One minion sweeps too hard arrow. Leaves fly into the faces of the other minions. Gru stops, looks at the minions, shakes his head with a faint smile. Suddenly, a light breeze blows leaf. The pile of leaves begins to rustle. Arrow, the wind grows stronger. Arrow leaves scatter all over the yard. Gru stands in the middle of the yard, holding the broom, sighs. The minions look at each other, burst out laughing. Gru shakes his head and continues sweeping. The shirt carried away. By the wind and afternoon in the yard, Agnes is hanging out laundry. The wind grows stronger. The clothes flutter wildly. Whoosh! One shirt slips off the line, flies up and gets caught on a tree branch. Agnes is startled, looks up. Two minions playing nearby run over. First minion Arrow jumps and reaches for it. Too short, second minion Arrow uses a stick to poke the shirt Arrow. Whoosh! Arrow! The stick gets stuck on the branch too. Agnes goes into the shed and pulls out a ladder. She sets the ladder under the tree. The minions hold the ladder. Agnes climbs up. Agnes stretches out her hand, almost reaching the shirt. Screech! The ladder slips. Agnes loses her balance, arms flailing. The minions panic. Grab the ladder tight. The ladder shakes hard, everyone wobbling. Thud! Agnes slides down safely to the ground, sitting flat. The minions tumble on top of each other. Up above, the wind changes direction. The shirt falls down, landing right in front of Agnes.